So in this video, let us see remaining traversal methods. And the second one is pre-order traversal. So here we will print the root first, then we will print the left, then we will go for right. So for our example, 5 is our root. So after reaching to the 5, we will print that first. Then we will go to the left element because we have left here. So left. So as 3 is the root, we will print the 3. Then we will go to the 2. So there is no more left. Then we will check if 2 has right or not. So there is no right. So we will print 2. Then we will print 4 because we have to go left right. So we have printed 3, then 2, then 4, root, left and right. Then we will go to right subtree. Then after going to 7, we will get our root. So we will print 7. So then we have to go to 6, left, and then we have to go to 8, which is right. So 6 and then 8. So this is how we will be traversing. So let us implement this. So define preorder, take the root of our tree. Let us write the traversing sequence, which is root, left and right. We will first check the base condition. If root is none, then we have to return. As we have to print the root first, so after reaching to the 5, we have to print it. So I will print the root first. So print root dot data. I will write end equals to space. Then we have to go to left subtree. So preorder root dot left. So this will help me to traverse the left subtree first. And after traversing to the left subtree, we have to go to right subtree. So I will write preorder root dot right. So let us call this function preorder, and I will pass our root to this function. Let us run this code. Everything printed on the same line. So I will print an empty space here. Print. Let us run the code again. So we have got an output. Let us see if it matches with our output. So 5, 3, 2, 4, 7 and 6, 8. So it does match with our output. Now let us see how this code works. So first we will check base condition. That is, if root is none, we will stop there. If it is not, then we will print the root data, as we have to print the root first. Then we will go to the right subtree, that is 3. So after getting to the 3, we will check if it is none or not. So it is not none. So we will print the data, which is 3 will be printed. Then we will again go to root dot left. So 2 will be passed. So 2. So 2 is not none. So we will print the data, that is 2. I will quickly write that here. We have gone to 5, then 3, then 2. Then there is no more element remaining. So then at the last we will go for root dot right. So root dot right will be checked if it is none or not. So it is not none. Then we will go and print the 4 here. Then after that we will go for right subtree. So at the right subtree we will go to 7. Then we will check if it is none. It is not none. So we will print 7. Then we will go to 6 and check the left then check its left subtree and right subtree. Then both are none. So we will print 6. Then we will go to 8. We will check whether it has a left subtree or right subtree. So it does not have both of them. So we will print 8 at the last. So this is the same thing we are getting over here. Now let us move to the post order traversal. So we will go to left, then again we will check if there is left. So there is 2, so we will print the 2. Then we will go to right, that is 4. Then we will go to root, which is 3. Then we will check we have right or not. So we do have right, so we will go to right first. Then we will check if it has left. So 7 has left, so we will go for 6. Then left has done, so we will go to right, so which is 8. Then we will go to 7, which is the root 7, and at the last we have to go to 5 and print that. So in this way we have to traverse in post order. So let us implement the code. Let us print the empty line first, and let us create a function, define post order. Here also we will take the root. I will copy our post order sequence. So this is our post order sequence. Our base condition will be the same. So if root is none, we will return, that is we will stop executing. Then we have to print the left first. So post order root dot left, as we have to go and check all the left subtree first. Then we have to check the right subtree. So post order root dot right, and then we have to print the root. So I will write root dot data, and I will write end equals to space. So we are checking for the left, then we are going to right, and then at the last we are printing the root. So left, right, and then root. So let us call the function and pass it the root, and let us try and run this code. So we have got the solution. Let us see if it matches with our solution or not. So 2, 4, 3, 6, 8, 7 and 5. So it does match with our solution. So you must have got an idea how it works. So let us do this. So we will pass our root. So we will check if it is none. So it is not. We will pass our left child, which is 3. Then it will again pass the 2. Then there is no more left child for this, and then it will check for the right child here. So there is no right child, so we will print the data, which is 2. I will close this here. Okay, so after printing the 2, we will reach at 4. Then we will check if it has the left child or not. So there is no left child, so and there is no right child. Then we will print the data of root, which is 4. So we have printed 4 here. So we will go to 3. So 3 is our root, so we will print 3 here, and then we will go to the right subtree. After going to right subtree, we will check if it is none. So it is not none, so we will call root dot left here. So we will go to 6. Then after going to 6, we will check if it has a right. So there is no right for the 6, so we will print 6 here. So we will go to right after this. So at 8, so at 8 we will check if it has left and right. So it does not have any, so I will write 8. Then we will go back to the 7. So 7 is our root, so I will print 7 here. And after all this has ended, we will go to our root, which is 5. I will write that here. So let us see if it is same or not. So 2, 4, 3, 6, 8, 7 and 5. So this is how we have to traverse in order, then pre-order, and in a post-order manner. So I hope you have understood the recursive methods. If you have any doubts, you can always ask me. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.